I just want to invest in people that really want to be the best that they can be.
Hello, Summit Funding fans. It's Todd Scrima, Robyn, LaVassaur, and Jimmie. We do a short podcast once a month for our past clients and people that have done business with us about a general topic that's kind of more for the public, but maybe something that we can add some color on. For those that don't know, I'm the CEO of Summit. Jim Reed runs one of our biggest branches and runs our coaching program that we run. Robyn LaVassaur runs one of our biggest branches and is the head of sales for the whole company. And they've all been professional coaches for many, many years, 25 years, I think, for Jim, and 16 or 17 for Robyn, me 23. So we just have some different knowledge and a different way of looking at things. And today's topic is battling inflation. Battling inflation. So I'll tell you a quick story. I came home from a trip. I was on vacation last week. We come home Saturday. My kids have some other kids coming over. I go to the grocery store because I want to make a feast for the kids, right? So we're going to barbecue. I go to the store. I'm all excited. And I got to get, because they're teenagers, I got to get several packs of chicken, okay? Well, the chicken, and I'm not exaggerating, 3 chicken breasts in a package was $19. Now, I'm pretty sure 8 months ago, that chicken was about $12 or $11 or something like that. So inflation is real. I filled up my kid's car weekend before last. He drives a 93 Ford Bronco, like the OJ did. $186 to fill up the tank. $186. He came to me a week later and said, "Dad, I'm out of gas." I gotta give him another
driving, young man. Stop driving. Oh, Lord.
He's got a girlfriend now, so we got the girlfriend. Don't get me started. Okay, so inflation is real. We all know it. It's costing all of us $300, $400, $500 a month. Someone give me some comments. What do we do to battle this? Because it's kind of crazy.
I got something to start, if that's okay, Robyn.
Yeah, please.
Look, over the last couple of years in the United States, and I think probably a lot of other countries, money was easy. I don't know how else to say it. You could talk about the programs for COVID or the effect it didn't have on the economy that they thought it was gonna, and I don't really care what the reason is, but everybody had money, right? So I was driving to work today, and I was listening to this radio show about money, about inflation, and the average car payment this year in America is $721.
How much?
$721. Google it. Okay? That don't count gas and that don't count insurance. So it's clearly over $1,100 a month to operate that automobile. That's nutso. So here's what I think. When I listen to people talking about inflation, they say things like, well, it's not any more expensive to go out to a restaurant. Bull. So cook at home and serve leftovers. Here's the secret on leftovers if you've got kids, because I got 2 boys and they won't eat leftovers. You know what I found out? You guys think I'm crazy. Like, if you battle inflation, it's about not spending money, right? If you warm it up and make them a plate, they'll eat it. If you tell them to heat them up, their leftovers themselves, it looks cold and weird, they won't. So don't eat out. Don't do, what's it called? DoorDash delivery services. Don't do that. Pick up food yourself. Cook 2 times a week with enough for leftovers. Eat leftovers. Don't go out. When you go out, when you leave the house for a cost, number 1. Number 2, I'm fired up about this. It's ridiculous. Number 2 is, listen, don't leave the house till you got 4 or 5 things to do. Don't leave the house.
Bundle your gas.
It's $7 a gallon. Don't leave the house. Shop at the bulk stores. And do the last one I got for you, Robyn, is most people upgraded their home over the not most. I don't know what the statistic is. A lot of people upgraded or moved up over the last 2 years. You guys agree? They fixed their kitchen, they fixed their backyard, or they bought a bigger house. A lot of people. Staycations.
Yeah.
Staycations.
Enjoy it.
Like, don't get in a plane. Staycations. Staycations. Your town, your community has stuff you've never done. Did you know Sac State has a what's it called when you got stars up in the fake stars up in the room? What's it called?
I
You
know
know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about.
Astrology?
It's something like that, but you sit in this dark room and you look up and it's like you're looking at the sky and they show you the constellations and they explain the universe and there's education and it's air conditioned and it's $3, right?
Oh,
Do a staycation. Take your kids. There's a river here. There's a lake here. There's a state capitol here. Go check out your community. That's all I
you
got.
know,
I'm
see,
just telling
Jimmy,
you that saves a lot of money.
first of all, that what you just said, you covered 3, 4 different things, but that's for the average family, $300 to $1,200 a month, just those few things. Real quick, I just got a big brother, joined Big Brothers Big Sisters. We had our second outing this weekend, and we shot baskets. Our next outing is in a week, and we're going to a nature park to walk around. So those things don't cost any money. So that's great. Robyn, I want you to give us one tip, and then I got one tip, and then we'll close out.
Yeah, I mean, I think want versus need. I mean, that's something that I've really had to check myself on is I want a lot of things. And so there's moments when you want it, but if you really give yourself the litmus test of, is this a need? The battle to inflation is to stop spending, and then that will cause market correction, right? That's the truth. But I think that people think that, oh, everyone else will stop spending and I maybe don't have to. And other people maybe are really conservative naturally. There's kind of a balance. I tend to be a little bit in the middle. So I just want versus need constantly. And it might be I could have it, but not right now, right? It might be a later date. And so being willing to really just litmus test yourself, want versus need on a consistent basis. And I think that'll really put you in a check. You know, you might be going to for instance, my son's wedding. I'm going to wear a new dress to my son's wedding. In my opinion, it's a need. We could technically call it a want. It's a need. So there are things we are going to spend some money on, right? I'm not saying no. I mean, we all know nobody's never going to eat out. You're going to go to a dinner, all those types of things. But just to say, hey, tonight we're going to order pizza. Tomorrow we're going to do DoorDash. Then we're going out to dinner with friends. At some point, you have to look at everything and say, there's a want versus need here. You know, what are we doing? I love a good bowl of cereal on occasion, and it's really cheap still. So
Cereal for dinner, baby.
Okay, so what you guys talked about was defensive maneuvers. Let me give you 2 offensive tactics, meaning we're playing offense. Get a promotion. Go to your boss and say, hey, I want to make more money. Give me 3 things to accomplish so that I can get a raise or get a promotion. Don't be afraid to have that conversation. I love that conversation. I'm like, great. As a boss, I think, great, I'll give you 3 things, and if you accomplish them, you'll go to X. Love that conversation. Most bosses do. Most employees are too intimidated to ask. Don't be intimidated. The second thing may sound kind of crazy. I say these things, realize, I talked to a Wall Street economist yesterday at an event. He thinks that inflation will be here from 6 to 9 months. So these are temporary things that, we're pivoting because of certain conditions. Get a second job. Now, let me explain that. I know this sounds crazy, but if I was in a different situation, I would do this. I always wanted to be a bartender.
Me too.
I just think it would be the funnest damn job in the world.
my husband.
Okay. So as a bartender, because I've known people that are bartenders, they're like, hey, yeah, it's minimum wage, but I bring home like $150, $250 a night in tips, and I work 2 nights a week. I know people who do this now. So the offensive piece is, hey, do the math and say, hey, it's costing me another $800 a month to live. Go find a way to bring home another $800, right? That's that. So you play offense. I did this when I got divorced. This is kind of personal, but I said, hey, how much money am I paying in alimony and all this stuff? Not child support, because that's for the kids. I did the math. How much more money do I got to make? And that was my new income goal. I'm playing offense, right, to make up for the differential. It's the same thing. Okay?
Todd, I just got to throw this in and we'll close. Uber. I have quite a few families that we're good friends with right now, and literally they're driving Uber. The world track and field trials are where we live right now, the world championships, and they're literally driving Uber and making a fortune off of Uber. They've also left their houses, a bunch of people, and Airbnb during big events in your communities, and literally made 2 months house payments in 1 month off of leaving for a week no joke, a week during a large event. I know these things sound crazy, but there are ways to actually maneuver and get creative and do some things. So for sure.
I love it. I think it's great. I mean, you could go live with friends or family or whatever for a week and rent out your house to that big event. I mean, same thing happens in Sacramento. So anyway, good stuff. Guys, I hope this just spurred some activity. I hope it gave back to you. If we can help you or a friend or family member buy a house, please, whoever sent you this, get in contact with us. We do loans in 47, almost 48 states in the nation. So we got you covered. We got you covered. It's almost impossible for you to tell us, hey, my friend needs a loan somewhere, we can help them. Refinancing, some people, there are times where it makes sense to take cash out of your house. You can do that. We're gonna pick that apart and make sure it's the right decision, because some people do it too much. But
Sure.
it can be a very good tool, again, during these times of inflation. If we can get your overall payments down $700 a month by bundling your debt, as long as you don't recharge on the cards, then that's good to do. If you're going to recharge on the cards, don't do it, right? So if we can help you with that, let us know. We'd be happy to. Robyn and Jim, thank you very much for being gracious with your time. Go make it a great month, guys. Take care.
Bye.